All right, so again, I don't know. I was just thinking about usury. I'm sitting outside now, thinking about going to get my stuff. And it's funny, it's hot as hell. Like, this is not normal weather, I don't think, for this time. March, maybe not until April or May, it don't feel like this. But I've been out here every day enjoying it, soaking it in. So, anyway, it's funny, like I said, because this globe here there's this heat wave or something coming in from the north, which is strange. Yeah, it made me think about these images that I seen with the World's Fair when there's cactuses and stuff like that in Chicago and in different places and stuff like that, right? And I think they still have some, like in a hotel I went to lately had some, I think, outside. But it made me think about like a shift in heat or something like that. Like, because you think about it, like, going to Egypt to get grain or, kind of like that kind of energy. I think that these people are banking on, being able to grow and do all these things all year round. But I feel like maybe there's something that's shifting that's going to have it so that, I don't know. I feel like there's something with the weather that's going to shift here. I don't want to speak on it because, I let my work speak for itself, I feel. But I don't want to speak too soon. But I'm just wondering. I've been thinking this for the past couple years. And just trying to study, not study, but pay attention to the changes in the weather throughout the seasons. It may be, again, I don't know. Something is making me think about like a shift in weather or something. Because I think that they know that there's this small portion of the Midwest that's going to be, possibly needing something from the South and trade and all this other stuff that we're talking about. And I don't know. I just feel like something is going to be happening. Look, these lovebirds or whatever keep on showing up around here. It's crazy. Anyways, okay. So, I don't know. I guess some of this like QAnon stuff is starting to show back up a little bit. But it's like, I don't know. I'm feeling like these different suns showing up. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But I was just thinking and looking. I was just like, oh, okay. Because it was something about like a prophecy or something about JFK. But I don't know if it's JFK or JFK Jr. I think it may be Jr. But it's making me think about this whole energy and how I'm matching energies up with some of these people. As above, so below. Right? Because some people that were above are now below. And some people that were below are now above. But not in the public eye. Okay? Under different, like, alias names. Okay? Yeah, I think that's true. It was somebody on one of these truther channels or whistleblower channels that was saying it's JFK, and I told you, like, I don't know, I'm just saying. There's a lot of Messiah, messenger, savior, whatever. There's just a lot of energy here. I sense it. I'll just tell you that. I feel like I see it and I sense it. I see it and I sense it. But it's going to be in unexpected places. That's why I feel like it's dangerous to judge people because of what political... At this point in time, it can't be whatever agenda or narrative, or it can't be what you're under right now. It can't be Democrat versus... It has to go down to the man and woman. It's their self. That's why Source has been working on the people on this plane. It's like-mindedness that's going to link you up. It's not religion at the end of the day. That is not going to survive anymore. Y'all know how it was, like, even on The Walking Dead, when it was time to rebuild. People from all over the place was, that kind of stuff, religion didn't, race and all that stuff. Nobody was thinking about that. It was about survival and building. And remember, for a long time, like I was just thinking about going into the wilderness or whatever, or being in the wilderness. That's a mental thing for me as well, a spiritual thing, and then it's also a physical thing, I think, or financial even. The wilderness could be a time when you didn't have rags to riches. Maybe you didn't even have a family really, or support. Some of us, are singletons, or, not by choice, loners, not by choice, but, we were going to have to be pulled away from. It's hard for me, like I said, to admit when it comes to children, like little children, and unless you find out that, these children are, some people may find out the hard, in a tragic way. It was always this thing. I can't wait, until all my children are at least 18 or something, so that I can, so that they'll be well off, and somewhat free before I leave this planet. So I feel source is working something out. I feel like also maybe even though there's this energy of this masculine that it's something, either something changed and they actually do want to come back, but they're stuck in some kind of agreement because of whatever. And they came in as if they were given a fair chance, but it really was in order for their feminine energy to rape and pillage my dreams, my hopes, aspirations, which can be done, my finances and all this other stuff. And I don't know if the person actually got their heart beating again, because it's kind of like an ice king, ice queen energy. But it would be, like I said, somebody forcing that narrative because they like a narcissistic tendency, because they've been in charge for so long and forgot that, there's another aspect of this that holds the power. It's kind of like what that old lady told Bilquis on the American Gods, that tell Shadow Moon that there's another part of this. You got to find the other part of it. And basically saying she's a part of it, he's a part of it, and he's a part of it. So it made me even think about her, Bilquis, being before Aphrodite and all the gods, right? Or those before Aphrodite, we'll just keep it that way. And then also, so it's making me think about Ethiopian energy as well. So again, it's almost like Sheba being before Markita. And Markita is the one that did the sorcery, the spell work, or the paperwork in order to trap Solomon. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And then Sheba was left in the north by herself, and then she had to leave and go to the south. But I'm wondering if Sheba, because that's being my energy, if that's what she's going to do here or not this time. I feel like something about this bathhouse. Maybe again, this is some kind of companionship between the soulmate, which I never thought this could ever possibly happen, but I can't say that it won't. So this is what is probably making me go back to thinking about this house, or this property that was sold. Okay, sold or slew or killed or cold is the same thing. Makes me think about the boiling in the slaughtered horse. Okay, same thing. But yeah, is it the guise of it? And I'm just too boisterous and too bold to, maybe that's just a little bit of, the ancestors saying, no, you can't let these bitches win that easy. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be worried and things, and they'll be worried about what's going on, and if the masculine is coming this way, and blah blah blah. Is it really a business trip? You know what I'm saying? Like I would have had to worry, but I didn't have to worry that much because I'm just coming into it. I think it's twisted, but it's kind of like a caring. It's the twisted fantasy or whatever, but it's kind of like a caring gesture. I feel like the masculines are pouring out something. They want me to keep it to myself, but they know I'm not. And that's why they can't stand me sometimes, I think. It's almost like they can't tell me nothing energy. which makes me wonder about one of these masculines. I wonder if something has happened to him, because I feel like he's within me a little bit more now. It's almost like the King David energy, okay? And I don't know why there's this narrative between David and Solomon, okay? But one may be the, you know, in the likeness of, and one might be the original. But anyway, I think that this is this twisted thing between this family dynamic of David. And yeah, because I feel like they try to leave David in the pits. That's another name in the family here, Joseph and David. So I wonder if that's like what these masculines did. Again, it's seen as though I'm a feminine energy and I'm just different than everybody else. This is the first time I feel Source is doing it this way. So people are not, it was going to be very tough, but it's almost like Black Hawk said, it's going to be tough, Esther, but you got to do it. And Esther was the one that prophesied genocide and all this stuff of the people here. So it's like, man, for once in my life, it may be like I had it comfy, or I had it good or whatever. But then again, it's just like, you know, now it's time for you to go through something, but don't trip, because you're going to be, you know, it's not going to be as bad. We're going to soften the blow. Okay. Yeah. I was just watching this little documentary thing about Marilyn Monroe and how she was in the books and, you know, things like this. And it made me think about JFK, Marilyn Monroe, who I feel like is his energy when it comes to the earth. You know what I'm saying? And then looking at also the Hunter Biden energy in the laptop. And then who does that represent again on this plane when it comes to a divine masculine that I see? You know, because again, like I said, people gonna find out who their real daddies is. All I know is I'm in that Moana energy where, yeah, the daughter of the village chief, right? But I feel like the village chief, maybe there was something between us here. There is a power struggle or something. Inanna and her father. I feel like there's someone that begotten this child, this Inanna energy or this Asterith energy, what I'm carrying, because of the position that they took from the original godfather or father energy. Stealing an election, as above, so below, stealing the riches from the divine feminine or the empress. So it's almost like, yeah. Who's your daddy? You see what I'm saying? Because again, some of us have been formed differently. Forming someone before the mother's womb, this is something here, creating giants or titans. And I feel like, again, now I can see where the aspect of me, like, falling back, it's kind of like I'm hearing, you're fired. Like that energy of me falling back a couple weeks ago because of all the things that were going on and not being able to, like, carry on fully. But I feel like whoever this is, they know the spirit that's in me. They see the energy. The thing that they look at and admire about me is that. May not have much, but willing to keep getting up. And that's what I admire in people. I admire the things that, again, some people may have been led astray, and they may have been, you know, like people will say sell out with MLK and all these other people, but I honor them for the things that they did within those final months or years of living, because now I know what they were going through. I've been given eyes to see what they were going through, waking up from the fact that they were being maybe used some kind of way or something, and then saying, oh, hell no. So you can't, like, really blame them. And that's what these people will do, these secret societies or whatever, these people, this shadow energy, they'll do that. But you weren't working with them, so your hands are clean. You didn't know what they were doing to you. A lot of us have been having things done to us all our lives. But there's something good there. We've had to even be friends with horrible people. You know, people will say, even when it comes to the Trump energy, you know, people will say, oh, he was with, I'm about to say Olstein, Epstein or something like that. But, you know, That's what I'm saying. Some of us are the tower. We are the ones that bring the people towards us so that we can tear them down, so we can see them for who they are. So as above, so below. If Drumpf was talking about draining the swamp in the heavens or above, right? The heavens on this plane, right? And then you have another feminine energy that is tethered to that same energy. We're not talking about the vessel. We're talking about the energy that's screaming from down, you know, and that's that Cain and Abel energy. What have you done? See, I hear your brother or sister, in this case, now since we know, blood crying to me from the earth. This makes me think, again, that confirms that the yay energy is somewhere here. And I think that there's been a bunch of betrayal here. All I know is I can't control what everybody else does. I know that I've been good to these people. And, you know, I've been caring and I've been open and I've been this and that. And that just led for me to be misused. Because, again, it is the people that are wicked that rise. But I feel like this is going to be brought to the forefront and is going to be reversed. So I feel like the earth is representing that Gaia energy that's within me. That primordial energy where the kings return to. Whether we're talking about hermit energy, death, whatever. And so it's kind of like a natural way. It's like, it's not brainwashing, it's not hijacking. It's naturally that love that you share with somebody, that they can enter your space and actually now they mean well. They may not have been able to enter the space before because they weren't. You see what I'm saying? So again, but that light is like a moth to the flame. And so that's that sense of like forgiveness. Not even knowing all of what a motherfucker did. You know, it just really had to be real bad. But knowing that we are here for a bigger purpose. It's not about me or this person or that person, whatever. It's just so much bigger. So I feel like there is going to be a drought, or there is going to be something. I'm hearing no guidance or whatever for a certain amount of time. But I guess it was all fated to happen this way, but I still feel like I can change it. I don't know. I just feel like I can change it. I just feel like I don't have to go through this drought. It's a choice to die on that cross. I just need the communication and the connection and the physical whatever, meeting or whatever. The eye to eye, the face to face, in order to change it around. And I'm trying to figure out who's trying to make sure that doesn't happen. Why is there a blockage in communication? The only way is death. But then we still going to join back together. You see what I'm saying? That's how powerful it is. Death, and we still going to join back together. Somebody wanted me to leave this place because this is going to be the new... Well, it's already Jerusalem, but there's something else happening here. There's something else happening. Well, I think that back in the old days, it was maybe even more by Moorish energy in some of these parts of the Midwest. Maybe like Chicago and stuff like that. But before that, it was a primordial energy here. That again, with the Moorish energy, they keep saying first, but laws are lies, and they believe more in laws and man than they do God. Right? The nature of things, the natural law, the indigenous law. They think they can overrule the indigenous law, which they can't. No law can. It's still maritime law. That's why. So again, they may have been here for a long time, but again, it goes back to the earth joining with the earth. Before the earth joined with the earth, before foreign people of color joined with original people of color, the original people of color were still the American gods. And that's why some of us have that red and blue blood. So it makes me think also about Christ and Yeshua and John Brown. Lot and is it Rebecca and whoever else the other masculine energy was. It's the same kind of narrative here. Like outsiders.